All right, for this first game, it's the Seattle Seahawks at home against San Francisco 49ers on Thursday night. And the current spread is -1 San Francisco and +1 for the Seahawks. We're going to look at these stats, and these are basically the last four. Offense is up at the top, defense is below for each team. And then over here, we have total expected points so far this year. The higher the number, the better. And over here, we have point differential for the year, which seems to be San Francisco's better. Now, these over here are just locked because those are my model picks. And you can get those picks on my website at betting.com. You get a free 3-day trial. And if you don't want it, then you just cancel. But let's start with the Seahawks, which is having a pretty good average year for the um, points for the offense, and the defense is actually playing really well. But I would say just last game was probably one of their worst games of the year, and that was at home. So that was pretty surprising. And the 49ers have been all over the place. They should have beat the Arizona Cardinals, which that didn't happen because uh, the Arizona Cardinals had a kicker, and 49ers kicker uh, unfortunately got injured. So they had to keep going for it on fourth down, and we're down um, in field goal position about 4 times that they could have kicked field goals. And so that didn't work out for them, but that would have been a sure win if their kicker didn't get hurt. And passing yards, 49ers are getting more a game. And Seahawks defense seems like you don't want to throw against them. And passing yards per attempt, Seahawks are not as good as the 49ers, but their defense might be able to hold them since they give up 4.2. 49ers defense is basically just a little worse at 4.5. Oh no, sorry, that was rushing yards per attempt. And next one is yards per attempt period. So passing yards, defense is good on Seahawks. And the rushing defense is basically the same as 4.2, 4.5. Now, the yards per attempt, which is everything passing yards and rushing yards, it is pretty much the same for both teams on the offense, but the defense is giving up way more yards per attempt, and that comes mostly in the passing yards, which we have given up. So Seahawks should be smart to try to pass. And if they don't load the box, then I'd probably run against them. We'll see what Seahawks pick to do, but that would be a good choice if they can do that and get Lockett and those guys going for the wide receivers. They could really destroy the San Francisco 49ers. This is points per play, and the higher number, the better. The offense and San Francisco's defense has given up 3.3 points per play, which is disastrous. Um, and then expected points is just offense and defense. Their defense is high, so it's really good. And as you see, the 49ers is a negative 5.4 in expected defense. And you do not want that. That is disastrous. That just means they should have made stops. They didn't, gave up yards they shouldn't have, and that passing yards is mostly part of that. And yards per play is up here, and as you can see, 49ers giving up a lot, and Seahawks doing better on yards per play. Turnovers, 49ers look to be good. Seahawks is a little worse, and but their defense are Battlehawks. You know, with the Seahawks, but I like to call them Battlehawks because they go and get those turnovers. They're punching out the ball. The head coach used to be the defensive coordinator for the Ravens, and that defense was just as good. And then total expected points, Seahawks is up. You could subtract this and get a good, what am I talking about? A good spread for yourself and have a 7 spread, which would be way up higher. This would be -7. And so -7 plus 7, you could do it that way. And then point differential, as we talked about, Seahawks is only giving up points, which is surprising. So maybe they don't have a great red zone offense. And next up, we have the game cards for the Seahawks and the 49ers. The bottom numbers, the last number at the bottom is the league average for the, and these are all offensive numbers mixed in with the other team's defense numbers and what the prediction is. And right here at the bottoms, that's the league average for that number overall for the offense. And above it is 10th place. So if you're 10th place or better, then you are going to be above average team in this game. And right now, the 49ers aren't going to look good on the points per game. Passing yards are going to be lower than Seahawks, which isn't surprising, as I talked about with the 49ers defense. Passing yards attempts going to be higher with the Seahawks. The rushing might be lower, but they could air it out and run when they load the box. Yards per attempt's higher. Points per play should be higher, not a lot. Expected points, you're looking at, if you average offense and defense together, we're going to get a 4.5 spread, and that's the Seahawks. And then we have yards per play, and that's going to be higher. Turnovers is going to be less than the 49ers. Total expected points and point differential, as we talked about, goes to Seahawks. Right now, with everything mixed in, the Seahawks have a 68% chance to win, and the current spread based on all these numbers is the Seahawks -5 and the 49ers +5. We'll see who plays better. I'm not going to bet this game, but if you choose to, be careful because these two teams could have had a chance to win last week and chose not to. And right now, the NFL is hard to bet because, as they say, any given Sunday. All right, you've been watching Batman Sports Betting, and see you next time.